Hey guys, and welcome to today's video where we're going to go over everything Artwork Swapper. We're going to start from the very beginning of what is Artwork Swapper, what does it do, what is Product Personalizer, and how can I leverage this secondary app, and then how does it all work together so that we can achieve maximum results. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull up a Shopify store and we're going to get into it. So a couple things to know about Artwork Swapper. First of all, this is a feature that's only available on the ShineOn app, which is available for Shopify stores. There's two things here. First, you obviously have to have the ShineOn.com app. So ShineOn Profits on Demand. If you don't have that, you can go to fulfillment.shineon.com and hit the install button, and it'll allow you to install the app onto your store. And then because of the way that I am using Artwork Swapper to collect custom fields on the product page and then generate a design for message cards, I am using an app called Product Personalizer. And I'm going to throw a link down in the description below with a coupon code that's going to give you 60 days for free. After that, it's $9.99 a month. Small change for the amount of sales and customization that it can bring. But that being said, you probably want to go ahead and set yourself up with both of these. Like I said, you'll get a 60-day free trial with Product Personalizer, and then the ShineOn Profits on Demand app is free, so there's nothing that you have to worry about there. And so that is the first step. Have your Shopify store. Go ahead and make sure you have the ShineOn app, and then make sure you have Product Personalizer. Once you've done that, we're going to get into a little bit more now of what is Artwork Swapper and what does it do. So what does Artwork Swapper actually do? When you first create a message card product, the very first step is it asks for message card artwork. And that's because that's the customization feature is you get to create a custom design that we're going to place behind the jewelry, and we need to collect that so that then we can create your product. What Artwork Swapper does is it says, hey, I uploaded this, but every time I get an order, ignore this, right? That's what Artwork Swapper does. It just tells the system to ignore the already uploaded design and act as if that is invalid. And the fact is you're going to need to look for a new one. Now, this is where the fun part comes in is, well, how does it know how to look for a new one? And this is where we've created what we call the Artwork Swapper automations. And when you turn on Artwork Swapper, the automations are turned on automatically, and you're able to turn them off if you want. So let's go over what are the automations. And as I said, I'm using Product Personalizer for mine. And what's really nice, and the reason why we recommend Product Personalizer, is because when your customer goes through the process of using those custom fields to create a design, when they hit add to cart, what Artwork Swapper does is it actually generates a JPEG, or actually a PNG, of that created design and passes it through the order in a custom field. So what the Artwork Swapper automation is doing is it's going, I'm going to ignore what was uploaded into the ShineOn Profits app. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look and see if I see something in the custom fields. And when it sees a new design in the custom fields, it grabs it and it puts it in as the artwork. So therefore, that's why we use Product Personalizer, is because it generates that artwork. Now, if you choose to not use Product Personalizer, and let's say you want to use a different app, what you're going to need to do is actually turn off the automations. And it's in the exact same spot where you turn on Artwork Swapper. You can then go and you can turn off the automation, because it's very unlikely that whatever you're using to get these custom fields, it's very unlikely that it's going to generate a design that our system is going to recognize and know how to grab. So the automation is 100% built for Product Personalizer. So that's why we recommend it so hard. The reason you would want to use Product Personalizer is because you're going to create a base design and allow your buyers to change where it says grandson to granddaughter or something of that nature. So it's a real simple change. It's a text change, or it's an upload an image, or it's a color change. Something simple that can just on the fly, based on a couple settings in Product Personalizer, generate the finished product you want. That being said, if you are doing something that Product Personalizer cannot generate the final design, let's say you have a picture, a hand-done illustration of a couple kissing, and you want your buyers to be able to select skin color and hair color, well, your Product Personalizer app is probably not going to be able to handle all of that. And so what you're going to want to do is turn off the automations. That way, whenever an order is placed, it automatically gets put on hold because we didn't find new artwork, so it gets put on hold and says, we're not going to release this into production until you've uploaded a new image because you've signaled to us by turning on Artwork Swapper that you want to give a new image. So we're ignoring the old one and we're waiting on a new image. So if you're doing something that involves a manual process or something that just can't be generated on the fly by Product Personalizer, that's where you're going to want to turn off the automations so your orders go into a hold status so that then you have a chance to upload the new artwork before that order gets ingested into the ShineOn production system and goes out and gets made with the wrong card. So that's a little bit really about what Artwork Swapper is, how it works, and what it's doing on the back end, and then reasons why you'd want to have the automations on or off. So now that we've covered that, let's actually get in and see. We're going to set up a very simple base product, and I'm going to walk you through all the steps. So let's jump back over to my Shopify store and take a look at that. So I'm here in my Shopify store, and I've gone ahead and pulled up the ShineOn Profits on Demand app. As you can see, I'm here on my home page. And so what I want to do to get Artwork Swapper started is I need to start by creating a product. And this is a really important step. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to do a Forever Love. Just looks like a great necklace for this. Now, the image that I've selected or that I've went and got is actually one that's available for free to you. It's in it's one of our examples that ShineOn provides. I believe it's called "Finding You Was the Best Thing Ever" or something like that. And what I've done is I've downloaded 2 images. There's a reason why, and I didn't download the PSDs because I'm not making changes to them, but the PSDs are available. But I'm going to show you why I have 2 images here. The first image is a PNG, as you can see, and when you look at this, if I can get it to pop up, oh, there it is. You can see it's got a transparent circle right in the middle because I'm gonna have this is you get to upload a photo for this. So this is blank. Now I don't want to upload a blank design because if I upload a blank design, right, PNG, there's no image here. When it creates all my tests in my mock-ups, look at it. It's got this big blank circle on all of them. And that just looks horrible. We don't want that, right? No, I want to see what is an example of what I'm here to create, not a blank PNG, right? So let's go back and let's start over. Let's go here, and what we're going to do is we're going to now select the second image, which is a JPEG, and it already has a photo in it. That's the most important thing. Or example text if you're doing text. So as you can see, I've now uploaded this. And perfect, it's got a photo in it, it's got the same, otherwise it's the exact same. And when we go to create the product, what you're gonna see is all of the mock-ups that are generated by the ShineOn app now make it look like a finished design. And that is what your buyers are gonna wanna see. That's what's gonna click in their head to go, ooh, I want that. Not a blank circle. So let's go ahead and we're gonna name this Best Thing Ever, and we're gonna sell both of them, and it's gonna be to a gift for wife. Perfect. That's how we want to keep this product. We're just gonna do it real simple like that, and we're gonna publish the product. When you publish a product, obviously on our app, the very first thing it does is it goes and creates the product on your Shopify store, and it adds all the images and the description and all of that, so that this product now will live on your Shopify ecosystem. So let's just give that a couple more seconds here while it finishes. perfect. It drops us here at the product editing page where we can play with all of these things. You can play with what images you want, how you want them ordered. There's probably a whole bunch of more images here that you can add. So perfect. That's what we want. Let's take a look at this on the actual Shopify store. Here's how it looks. Boom. That's great. Problem is there's no way for the buyer to upload their photo, and that is the whole purpose of this product. So we're gonna go back into our Shopify, and now we're gonna go and we're actually gonna open the Product Personalizer app. Now remember, the Product Personalizer app is a custom fields app. This is what allows you to collect custom fields on your products. And then, like I said, it is going to dynamically create a design based on how you set that up. So we're gonna go here and best thing ever, give it a second to pull up our product, and we're gonna click configure on this product. We haven't set it up for Artwork Swapper. So after we do this, we'll go back into ShineOn and we'll actually turn on the Artwork Swapper feature. But what we wanna do, we're gonna add a new field, and it's gonna be an image upload, right? Because that's the one thing we're doing with this card is an image upload. So we're just gonna start with that. We're gonna get that set up. I'm gonna go back to this field 1, which is one that's automatically generated when you start. We're not collecting text. Now that I've created field 2, which we're gonna call image upload, which you'll now see over here is called image upload. Field 1, we don't need that anymore. So we're gonna come over here and we're gonna delete it. So we don't have that, we just have the image upload. And for now, that's as much as we're gonna do with the image upload at this moment. There's a couple settings in here, and the first thing is you need to provide a background, and that background will stay consistent, and then all the custom text or image upload and all that will either happen on top or below that background image. If you think about it like in Photoshop, you have a top layer and a bottom layer, and you need to provide that middle layer, right? So all of your text goes on top, and then anything can go on the bottom. So what we're gonna upload when we choose to pick a photo is the PNG version. Remember, we used the JPEG with an example image in ShineOn On Demand, ShineOn Profits On Demand. For the inside Product Personalizer, we are gonna use this PNG that has the blank circle in it. So we have gone ahead and uploaded that. It looks good. So let's go ahead and close this out, and boom, we now see our message card with the PNG here. Now, as you can see, our image is it's floating as a purple square. It's over top of everything. That's not what we want. But now that we've got our background set, the first step is to get in and start making sure that the custom field that we just set up is correct, which is our image upload custom field. Our default image is a.png, which is this purple square. What I'm gonna do is, because when I want people to land on this, I actually want them to see a photo that makes a little sense. I think I got a photo of me and my wife here. So we will upload that. So now you're gonna see an example photo of me and my wife, and this allows us to shape this to make sure it's the right size. You can see here. And now, as you can see, this is on top, right? So it's really hard to tell what's in the circle and what's not. So that leads us to our next item right here, which is layer, right? So we have our default image, that's me and my wife. Now our layer, it's on top. Now, because our layer below that, our background layer, is a PNG, there's a cut circle in it. We want our image to, rather than be sitting on top of that cut circle, to go behind that cut circle. So that circle is cropping it, right? So we're gonna set that to bottom. So as you can see now, our image has dropped in behind the message card, the background, and now you can see it in here. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take this square and we're gonna set it up so it's just slightly larger than the actual circle itself. That way people have room to crop. but we're going to go like that. And there's our example. Now, let's walk through a couple of the other settings with this image upload feature. So, you have your aspect ratio, which means you can keep it like this, or you can change the aspect ratio. If you have it as a square and they want to make it a rectangle, they can play with it. You can lock the aspect ratio or not, and they cover that here with this question mark, and they'll tell you all about it. There's crop. We're not going to deal with that. Grayscale, yes or no. If you want to turn so that the images they upload turn grayscale, you can do that, or you can leave them so that they're color. So then I'm not playing with angular or circular or anything like that, but you can set it to be that way if you want. Required condition. You should anytime you are collecting some sort of custom field, you need to make sure it's required. Otherwise, people will be able to skip this step and send through a message card that doesn't have their image on it or doesn't have their text on it, and that's not what we want. So please make sure that your fields are always marked as required. So then you have uploads, types, previews, dynamic. Keep it dynamic. That means that when they add their image, it'll actually show up in the message card. So yeah, keep it that way. You can add instructions if you want to, and then you can play exactly with where it sits. We're going to leave it there. Now I'm going to hit save because this is a very important step that I actually want you to see because it can be a little bit confusing. I have saved this as the base settings, right? I added my image, I added my background, I have left these settings down here at the bottom exactly as they come straight out of Product Personalizer. And I've saved this product. So now I want to take you back to my actual product and show you what this looks like. So let's upload the page, and now you can see it's added a Personalize It button. And here's my deal with just showing a Personalize It button on the product page is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit add to cart. And guess what? I just added that product to the cart, but I didn't upload an image. I didn't change any text. I didn't even open that Personalize It button. I don't like this way of doing it because of this obvious issue here. So what I like to do is come back in here to Product Personalizer, and where it says Personalize Style, I like to do Direct Field. So we're going to hit save again now that I've selected Direct Field, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like now. So just so you know, the Personalize It, if you do click it, it opens a pop-up that then you can upload your image in. But like I said, I've changed it to Dynamic Field, or Direct Field. So now, when you come to the product page, you can see, and you can go in and play with the styling here. I just have the base settings set up. You still can pick from your white gold or your yellow gold. But when I want to choose an image, it's right here. Now let's say, like before, I want to hit add to cart. It won't let you. Because it's a required field and it's now directly on the page, you cannot add this product to your cart without first uploading an image. And that's a big thing that we want people to have to do. So let's go in here. Let's find a random picture of me and put it in there. See how it pulls this in. You can play with the cropping on it, however you want to make it show up. That's up to you. We'll go like this. We're going to hit go. It's now showing me what it's going to look like. That's that dynamic part. It's going to show you the image that you uploaded right here. That's perfect. And now I can hit add to cart. You can see this? Adding to cart. It's generating the image. And when I say generating the image, what I mean is right here, if I click preview, that is the message card design. And remember, Artwork Swapper, all it's doing is telling ShineOn, ignore the design we uploaded in the beginning and instead look for the one we created. This is the design that we created. So that's what Artwork Swapper is going to look for and grab, and that's what your customer is going to get printed and sent to them, is this new design. So there we have it. We've created a very basic Product Personalizer image upload field. We've got it saved how we want it. We've tested it, and our preview image that we're getting here is what we want the message card to be when the your customer goes through the process, right? That's what we want. They're forced to put an image there. So now we're going to leave Product Personalizer. We're going to go back to the ShineOn Profits on Demand app, because we have to take that product that we created and we have to tell it, all right, we're ready. Let's turn on Artwork Swapper. So we come in here and we go best thing ever, and we're going to edit that. It's going to load up. And what we want to do is go to this more actions, and then there's enable Artwork Swapper. And so we're going to click yes. It pops up a little pop-up here that just goes over, if you're not using the automation side of it, your orders will go into a manual review. And then you will be able to filter your orders, find the ones on manual review, and then upload an image, which will then push that order into production. If you're using the automation, you don't have to worry about all this. We have set our product up to use the automation, so we don't need to worry about this. We're going to hit I understand. We are now enabled. Once you have enabled Artwork Swapper, you cannot turn it back off. You will have to go create a new product if you don't want to use Artwork Swapper. Do understand that. So here we are. We've got Artwork Swapper. It's all set up. This all looks good. We've got our product right here. If we go back, the product still looks the exact same with your file upload. We are all set. We've got the Artwork Swapper on. Now I just want to walk you through this in case you are planning to do it. If I did not want the automation, or let's say something's being goofy and I want to test this product and be able to place a test order without ShineOn instantly grabbing it, what you can do is come back to this more actions drop down and go disable Artwork Swapper automation. So now any order placed for this product is going to get put in that manual hold status, to where you as a seller would have to go in and upload a new design. So this is a great way if you want to test a previously or a product that already has Artwork Swapper on it. You can just turn off the automation, place a test order. We won't grab it. We'll place the order on hold. Then you can go through and cancel it. And then once you're satisfied that you're getting the right thing, you can come back in here and hit enable Artwork Swapper automation. And then your automation is back on and ready to go. So your buyers can create images and they'll go straight into production and you don't have to touch them. So that's the basic of Artwork Swapper. So I'm going to hop out of here and then let's talk some fine points. Now, Artwork Swapper is an advanced technique. If you are going to use Artwork Swapper, understand you are probably going to be utilizing a third-party app like Product Personalizer, and therefore, we only have a certain level of support that we can offer you. We will do a lot to make sure things are working, but a lot of this comes down to you making sure that you have your product set up correctly from the start so that things are working. I highly suggest testing. Again, remember, turn off that automation, place your test orders. Once it looks good, turn back on the automation. Making sure things are getting in correct. We have no way of knowing whether the artwork we're grabbing is the newly created artwork. We don't know if that's correct or not. So that is on you with the way you set up your product to make sure it is correct. One other thing, or I should say on another note, what I showed you was a very basic example of using Artwork Swapper. It was one field. It is an image upload. It's a great product already. Honestly, I think it looks amazing and it's going to sell great because you're getting to add that extra customization to that message card. But you don't have to stop there. I've got other videos to show you some other techniques that you can use within the Artwork Swapper and Product Personalizer realm to create some really, really cool products that do some really awesome things. So I highly recommend getting in, playing with everything, and really seeing how far you can take this, because the sky's the limit and there's a ton of cool things that can be done. So that's the end of our getting started with Artwork Swapper. Don't forget, go watch some more of the advanced technique videos and really see what you can get out of this. Have a great day. I'll catch you later.